Hello, this is Pastor Banner here. I'm just going to share a little bit about poetry and the Bible. We are finishing up this class and looking forward to sharing a little bit with you here. Poetry and the Bible, the BIB 322 course. I have recently finished this course and let me just share some stuff with you here. Job, Psalms, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, Songs of Solomon, or Songs of Songs are considered to be the poetry books of the Bible. As I study and as I've ministered through these books here, Job has a form that is different than most poetry. It's more or less how the book is set up, the way it's designed. Psalms, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes is more of a poetic form that we're used to seeing. The Songs of Solomon or Songs of Songs is in lyrical love story form, and probably one of the more difficult ones to teach from. Then there was these arts in the church, from stained glass windows to statues and music and dramas. We find arts in the church from all kinds of areas. More so today, more common today, is just our worship, dramas, creative artwork, and preaching. I think preaching is probably one of the more common forms of art in the church. You have to take and communicate and share a message through words and story, and using allegory, using all types of different types of things, from poetry to just expressive communication, animated conversation, and the like, to share a message. I think preaching is probably one of the more common art forms that's not even considered to be art. And some of the things that we are seeing is a lack of artistry in the church. You're seeing more of a common following a pattern that seems to be a mold for most churches. This system that seems to be modeled after is losing the arts in the church. It's lyrical music that's not very thought out, not very creative. It's kind of copy paste type settings in these churches, and the arts are being lost. And quite frankly, I think there's such a push to be a mega style church that the hindrance of that is there isn't time to express these different things in these types of services. So art's getting pushed out because it's not as necessarily important to certain groups of people as it once was. Whereas in other churches, you may see these things still exist. The application of it all is this: studying of the poetry books needs to be done through the context of the books, as well as the context of the passages in the books. You may not be able to teach a entire book in the poetry as well as you would say such as Genesis or one of the law books, Leviticus, or something of that nature. Here you may have to take a certain passage and 3 or 4 or 5 scriptures and teach upon it, instead of trying to teach the whole book. Looking for ways to implement the true arts in the church is really important. Embracing people's creativity and implementing those things in the church is vital to the success of the church. Hey guys, that's really the gist of it. I learned a lot about these poetry books. I really gravitated more to the arts in the church. I hope this helps some with this class. Thanks a lot. This is Pastor Danner, and I appreciate your time.